The following is a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio. Our coverage of Dowling Catholic High School basketball is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Stennell Associates, Kemen, and Mercy One. Thank you for supporting Dowling Catholic basketball on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Welcome to Dallas Center Grimes High School. The site of tonight's Class 4A Substate 7 Substate final between Dowling Catholic and the Valley Tigers. Mark Hamadale alongside Mike Swaim as we get set for another battle between Dowling and Valley. You know, they only played once during the regular season, supposed to play twice. Well, here's their second game, Mike, and it's for all the marbles. The winner punches their ticket to the boys state tournament. Next Wednesday is when 4A starts. Mike Swaim, welcome, and how about this setup here, huh?
I love it. It's now, granted, I wish we could have been a little closer to where I live here, but no, this has been a long time since I haven't been to this gym, Mark, and it's been a while, and it's a great setting. We got a good crowd right now. I mean, I'm looking over at the Valley student section. They came out in full force. They look like they're already on spring break.
I was told today that 1,000 tickets were sold, and that was all online, and folks are filing in now. Of course, we want to thank Brent Butcher and the Dallas Center Grimes community. Matter of fact, their girls won here about 15 minutes ago. They were at state, so their personnel really, other than the two ladies taking tickets, that was it. And they were watching it on their phones, which is a great thing out of the girls' union. But the Dallas Center Grimes girls winning their basketball game in the first round. They'll move on to the semifinals. Congratulations to them. But, yeah, we're at a place that's playing in the girls' state basketball tournament. How funny is that?
Yeah, it's crazy to think a year ago next week is when we just started to shut down.
Yeah,
and that was it's been a long, strange trip. But you know what? I'm happy to be back here, and we've got fans in the stands, and we're going to have a great game tonight, Mark.
We certainly are, and it's Dowling and Valley for the second time. These two teams met in a game that I had to opt out because I was under the COVID virus. But you and Joe Stacy called the game. Dowling winning at home over Valley 56-51 back on Friday, January 12th. Yeah, it seems so long ago, almost over 6 weeks ago. But, Mike, how important is that game, the only time those two teams, what do you take away as a coach from the first time you meet an opponent?
Well, the first thing I take away, Mark, is to me, it's when Dowling started to get things on track. I thought they played a great game, both offensively and defensively. They got out to a big lead on Valley. Their defense held Valley to 38% field goal shooting for the game. They out-rebounded Valley and really dominated until Valley made a late run in the fourth quarter to sort of get it back to within about 4, but then Dowling was able to stretch it and end up winning. And we had great games from Matt Riedel had 22, Riggs had 13. I thought the real story, though, was Valley from the foul line that night, Mark. 13 for 24. I mean, you just take, they make 5 of those free throws, and maybe it's a different game. So Reardon played really well against Dowling that night, but couldn't buy a free throw. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight. Mark, he's coming in averaging 18 points a game. And then, of course, you got to talk about Ty Walker, who Dowling held to 6 points. I just remember he was missing just easy shots left and right. He just wasn't on that night. Who knows if maybe he wasn't feeling well. But that's really what hurt Valley in that performance. I think we're going to see a much better Ty Walker tonight.
Yeah, and that's the young man who injured his ankle in the Hoover loss, if you go back to a few weeks ago, back on February 19th. Valley losing at Hoover. That was their last loss, 59-56. Ty Walker was injured in the second half, didn't play in the fourth quarter. And in talking with Coach Windhorst before the contest, he said, that might have been the difference maker that we needed in there because this guy can make everything happen. Ty, he's a leading scorer, averaging 19.5 points for Valley. 63 made threes. I find it hard to believe he was off that night, and he's a leading free throw shooter at 88%. So a lot of categories he leads in, and he's the star that stirs the drink, and what a drink it is with Ruit Bijek and Eli Reardon to dish the ball off to inside.
It's a great combination that Valley has, and I think the key for Valley tonight is they can't let Dowling dominate the boards, and Dowling has a tendency to do that. They've out-rebounded almost every one of their opponents this year, so I think Valley's got to do a great job of trying to keep Ryan Riggs, Matt Riedel, Gregory off of those boards. And then on Dowling's side, Mark, I think it all comes down to turnovers and foul trouble. Dowling is averaging still around 18 turnovers per game. This is a Valley team that only turns the ball over 11 times, and so Dowling can't give Valley free opportunities, and then Dowling's horses have to stay in the game. can't have Ryan Riggs in foul trouble sitting on the bench. You can't have Matt Riedel in foul trouble sitting on the bench. So I think that's going to be a real interesting thing. How do these officials call this game? We mentioned, Mark, the last time we were on the air, that during these games, they tend to swallow their whistle a little bit. They let things go, which I think is great. So both teams are going to have to adjust to the officiating tonight early.
Our officiating crew is from northern Iowa, up in the Spencer area, and they just got done working the girls' state basketball tournament yesterday. And so they're a veteran crew. And as Coach Windhorst told Coach O'Connor and I, as we were here before the game, having a little powwow. You don't see the opposing coaches talk. These two guys are good friends, OC and BJ. And he said, Mark, we had this crew last year when we lost to Waukee here. Valley losing to Waukee in the Substate final.
Maybe that's a good omen for Dowling, Mark. Who knows?
The last time Dowling was here, and the only time Dowling was here, we lost to in the Substate final. And I'm trying to think of who we played that time, but yeah. So it all evens out. It all evens out. We're going to take a break here in the pregame show. Mark Amadale, Mike Swain. Dallas Center Grimes High School is hosting this neutral site game between Dowling and Valley. The winner moves on to the boys' state basketball tournament next week. And along with our studio producer, Jeff Piggott, we'll take a break here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Starting lineups coming up.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio and Dowling Catholic Sports is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic. With 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling graduate, and Dr. Craig Harper, the Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at 60th and Ashworth in West Des Moines. 515-440-4610 or online, ashworthvision.com.
Thank you, construction professionals, for underwriting our show, Man Up, heard Mondays at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Construction professionals have been long supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio, and we've seen their work. It's beautiful.
They do remodeling or new construction that is innovative, functional, and designing what you want. It's a family business built on a strong foundation to create a new or remodeled home that is uniquely yours.
cpcustomhomes.com. From our family to yours, God bless. Thank you, construction professionals.
And welcome back to Dallas Center Grimes High School. Mark Amadale alongside Mike Swain as we get set for high school basketball tonight here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Who are these people that are coming up to the top row? They can't get a seat any lower?
That's your old partner there.
Well, he was following Norwalk, as you probably know.
That's right. I know he follows Norwalk.
Yeah, his grandson went there, so he's semi-retired or retired. You didn't take your trip down south with your dad, so I didn't have to find too many fill-ins this year.
No, there you go.
But Michael Marr, he's sitting right
in the house.
Yeah, he is. But Mike, it's going to be interesting how this game's officiated, how this game's played. We're going to have fans in the stands, so we might have a little noise for the first time this year.
It's incredible. Already it feels like an electric atmosphere, something we just haven't had. I commented to Coach Wilson the last time I walked into the Dowling gym, and we had the second set of bleachers out. I'm like, this is starting to feel normal again.
That's awesome, and we like seeing that. Well, the Valley Tigers come in. They've won 8 of their last 10 contests. They are 1-2 against top 10 teams in Class 4A, and their only 2 losses in that span of 10 games was to number 2 Waukee, 81-53, and at Hoover, 59-56. And they come in averaging 68 points on offense, give up 54 points on defense. Dowling Catholic, they've won 6 of their last 7 games, and the Maroons played 9 ranked teams. This will be their 10th team on the year, as Dowling went 5-4 against teams in the top 10 in Class 4A. Does that mean anything, Coach, about strength of schedule? Because they do have that now. They have it power rankings, they call it now. And Valley's schedule is a power ranking of 9. Dowling's is a power ranking of 3. Does it mean anything?
I don't know if it really means anything. I do know that Dowling is battle-tested, Mark, and they have been in games, and close games, and hopefully they can build on whether they were wins or losses and be able to put it all together for one night, Mark, because they're 32 minutes away from going down to Wells Fargo.
Yes, they are. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. We'll start with the visitors from Dowling Catholic. The head coach is Mike O'Connor, and Coach OC in his 15th year at Dowling, 228 wins, 132 losses, assisted by Nick Wagner and Jimmy Nahas. And the Maroons will start this lineup at one guard, Sam Hughes, a 6'1 senior, averaging 5.5 points, leads the team with an 84% free throw percentage. And Sam will wear number 12. The other guard is Simon Daniel, a 6'2 senior, averages 6.5 points, and he will wear number 22. And the third guard is Matt Riedel. Riedel, a 6'4 senior, averaging 12.5 points, second leading scorer in the team, leads the team in steals with 35 and 5 assists he averaged per game. Riedel will wear number 24. At one forward for Dowling will be Jack Gredicke, a 6'10 senior, averaging 9.5 points, leads the team with 34 made threes for the 6'10 senior. He'll wear number 14. And the man in the middle is Ryan Riggs, a 6'8 senior, averaging 15.5 points, leads the team in scoring, field goal percentage at 64.5, and leads the team in 20 blocks. So for Dowling, it's Hughes, Daniel, Riedel, the three guards, with Riggs and Gredicke in the post. And as I mentioned, Dowling winning 6 of their last 7 ball games. They come in averaging 61 points, giving up 56 points on defense. Now for the Valley Tigers, a home team on the scoreboard. They'll be wearing their home whites with black trim on their uniforms tonight. The head coach is B.J. Windhorse in his 7th year at Valley, 128 wins, 35 losses. He was at Clarinda for 4 years, and he was at Southeast Polk for 8 years. Overall, 310 wins, 142 losses. And Coach Windhorse, assisted by Matt Carter, Eric Chappell, and Brandon Jensen. And they will start at one guard, Ty Walker, their leading scorer, 5'11 senior, averaging 19.5 points, 63 made threes, and he's a leading free throw percentage shooter for the Tigers at 88%. He'll wear number 2. The other guard is Truman Morse. Morse, a 5'11 senior, averaging 8 points, 3.5 assists. He'll wear number 14. The third guard is Mason Marl, quarterback on the football team, a 6-foot junior, averaging 4.5 points. He'll wear number 24. At one forward, Eli Reardon, 6'7 senior, averaging 18 points, 6.5 rebounds, leads the team with 37 steals and shooting 61%. He and Riggs are the leading field goal percentage shooters in the contest. And Reardon will wear number 44. And at center, Ruit Bijic, a 6'9 junior, averaging 13 points, leads the team with 6.5 rebounds and 34 blocks. So it's Walker, Morse, Morrow, the three guards with Bijic and Reardon. Those are the starting 5, Mike Swames. As Valley comes in, their record 16-4. They're ranked 6th in Class 4A, a power ranking of 9. Dowling with the record of 11-8, and they are just outside the top 10 receiving votes. Your thoughts, Mike, before we tip this off and send it to our studios?
How about this? I can't even see the Dowling bench because we've got fans standing, which is amazing. Mark, we haven't seen that all year.
Yeah, so. Dowling fans are standing in front of us.
Exactly.
You tell them to sit down, will you?
No. Stand all they want.
We're going to take a break, and we come back, we'll have the tip-off. But first, a word from Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School, and also Father Ryan Andrew, the chaplain of Dowling Catholic High School, with our pregame prayer, along with Mike Swaim. I'm Mark Emmerdale, Jeff Pickett, our studio producer. Back to Dallas Center Grimes High School, the site of the Dowling Valley boys Substate final game. After this, here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Hi, this is Dr. Dan Ryan, president of Dowling Catholic High School, and welcome to another season of exciting Dowling High School basketball. We are proud to be partners with Iowa Catholic Radio, not only broadcasting basketball, but also being partners in preparing Christ-centered leaders for life. Go Maroons!
Hello, my name is Father Ryan Andrew, and I'm the chaplain at Dowling Catholic High School. Let us pray for the coaches, players, and trainers tonight for this athletic competition. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your gifts. We ask you to bless all those involved in this athletic competition tonight. We ask that you keep them safe, and that they all show good sportsmanship. We ask this through Christ our Lord, amen. All holy men and women, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen.
Iowa Catholic Radio, KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel. Listen online anytime at iowacatholicradio.com or download the Iowa Catholic Radio app.
All right, we're back here at Dallas Center Grimes High School. Mark Emmerdale, Mike Swaim, and it's Dowling taking on the Valley Tigers boys Substate final, and they're introducing the starting lineups here on the floor. And Mike, what an atmosphere we have. We got the stereo blaring, and we've got the PA announcer getting both crowds into it. This is what high school basketball and sports should be about.
You forget how much this impacts a game when you're here, Mark, and you hear the fans. I mean, you know, we sit at home and we listen to these soundtracks, you know. They've got pumped-in crowd noise and stuff. It's just not the same. So It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. I think clearly, Mark, that one of the things Dowling's got to do early, when they have been successful offensively, they've been able to get the ball inside and then work out and get those three-point shooters going. So I think that's going to be really important. Try and establish Ryan Riggs down low, get Riedel into that middle of the paint, use that interior passing, and then be able to kick out to guys like Simon Daniel and Gregory, who are so good at hitting those threes on a kick out.
How important is the dribble drive today for both teams and their offense and getting that outside shot to fall when needed?
Yeah, no question. Valley's shooting 35% from three as well, and they want Ty Walker as well to be able to step up and hit three. So that's we'll see how that turns out.
We'll take a break and come back with a tip-off. Coming up here on Iowa Catholic Radio, Dowling and Valley from Dallas Center Grimes High School. Along with Mike Swaim, I'm Mark Amadale. We'll be back with the tip in 1 minute.
This is a Young Catholic Minute. Why do I have to follow so many rules? Last week, I made some cookies. Shut up, guys can make cookies if we want. Anyway, I didn't want to follow that oppressive, rule-oriented recipe anymore. So instead of a cup of sugar, I substituted a cup of arsenic. The cookies were pretty terrible, but they illustrate a very good point. When we ask why we have to follow rules, we're really asking if we can trust God. If God is a tyrant who uses rules to oppress us and ruin our lives, then yeah, why would we want to follow those rules? But is he giving us rules to prevent us from being happy? Or is he giving us the perfect recipe for happiness? When we understand that God wants us to have life and have it to the full, we can start living like he wants us to. And we won't need rules anymore. For more, go to youtube.com/youngcatholic.
Welcome back to the Dallas Center Grimes Gymnasium alongside Mike Swaim, Mark Amadale. This is the best atmosphere, I'm calling it right now, Swaimer, that we've seen this year at a high school basketball game. I'm calling it. This is quite an environment.
It is. And what would you expect from Dowling Valley, Mark? I mean, anything less than this?
No, not at all.
It's the best rivalry in sports.
They're letting the fans in. They're all masked up. Officials are here. They're ready to go. Both teams with final instructions from their head coaches, Michael Connor at Dowling in his 15th year, and B.J. Windhorse in his 7th year at Valley Tigers. They won a state title back in 2015, so they're not too far removed. And Dowling trying to make it their third straight trip to state tournament, Mike, and that'd be an accomplishment in itself with the schedule they played. It's been
a great run, Mark, and hopefully it can continue. I think we're going to see this is going to be a game of momentum shifts, and what team can deal with that the best is going to come out on top.
Ryan Riggs jumping it up against Reardon, and Dowling wins the tip. They'll go left to right. This is a north-south floor, so they're going towards the south basket here at Dallas Center Grimes. Dowling wearing their gray road uniforms with maroon numbers and white trim. Riedel in the lane. His shot off the glass. Good! Matt Riedel gets it started for Dowling. They're up 2-0, Mike.
Wow, and he has been so good at putting the ball on the floor and getting to the basket. That's exactly where we saw him leave off the other night against East. They had no answer. In fact, Mark, he went right down the lane and dunked over East. So, good sign for Dowling.
Now Reardon matched up with Riggs. Now a long three by Ruett. Bijek is good right over Gregory. Ruett knocks it down, and Valley with a 1-point lead.
Well, and that wasn't bad defense either, Mark. There was a hand in Bijek's face, but still able to step out and bury it.
Yeah, the 6'10 Gregory had a hand in his face. Here's Gregory for three, top of the key, and it's good! They're lighting it up. They're feeding off the crowd here, Mike, both teams.
Well, if we can get this pace all night, Mark, we're going to be in for a fantastic ball game. What a great shot by Gregory. Normally not a top-of-the-key guy. He loves that baseline shot, but he made it count.
Dowling by 2. 5-3 here early. 6:45 remaining here in the first quarter. Bijek coming off a ball screen by Reardon. Now it's double team. Gregory has him. Ruett now double team, stolen away by Riedel. Matt with it against Reardon down the lane. He goes, layup is up and good right around the big guy.
Wow, and that was, I think, a nice job by Reardon, not picking up a foul there, Mark. Better to just give up the layup and not get into foul trouble, and that was a great steal by Riedel.
Ruett got caught dribbling the ball a little too much out between the circles, and they double-teed him, and then Riedel got the steal. Here's Valley with the basketball, Truman Morris. It's Walker, Morris, Mason Marr with Bijek and Reardon in the paint. And a shot in the lane, no good. Ball slapped away, and Dowling comes up with it, and here's Gregory with it.
Well, Reardon, I thought he should have went off the glass that time, Mark, but instead he went off the front of the rim, and it just rimmed out.
Bruins in the front court. Here's Riedel in the lane. Leaves it for Riggs underneath against Reardon, and he'll reverse layup. Good! Right around Reardon. Timeout, Valley, and it'll be a 30-second timeout. The Maroons have had 3 players score, and that's the first basket for Riggs, Mike.
Mark, we talked about interior passing and how good Riedel is, and that's exactly what he did. He got inside the lane and then found his partner Riggs right under the basket, and then when Riggs catches down there, that's an automatic too.
It certainly is, and we want to thank Ashworth Vision Clinic for supporting our broadcasts all year. Here on Iowa Catholic Radio, Construction Professionals, Dental Associates. My name is Mark Amadale alongside Mike Swain as we bring you tonight's game, the boys Class 4A Substate Final. In Substate 7, the winner moves on to the Boys State Basketball Tournament, and Class 4A will begin with this group Wednesday, March 10th. They'll play either the 10, 12, 2, or 4 o'clock games. They have them all socially distant out, and my partner Mike Swain will be calling some of those games on the webcast, but they're going to put you upstairs.
I will not be courtside, but I will be down there.
No longer. They give that to the print media. All right, Valley with the ball. Now it's a steal by Simon Daniel. He anticipated Ty Walker down court to Gregory, and it slams it in. Slams it home, Gregory. Oh
How about the ball fake and then the up and under move for the jam?
He got Reardon to go by him because he came back and doubled down on him, and Eli trailed, but he got up in the air. Valley with the ball. They're working inside. And a strong move that time by Mason Marr on the right block and scores.
Yeah, that credit Truman Morse that time. He found Morrow on that block, sort of a la what Matt Riedel did. Nice interior passing.
2 minutes and 20 seconds, and Valley scores. Now a corner 3 by Simon Daniel is no good. And the rebound slapped around, and Morrow comes away with it. Outlet pass goes to Ty Walker. Corner 3 up and no good. He drew the foul. We're going to get 3 free throws here, and they will. Yeah. Foul on Dowling in transition, Mike.
That's a mistake by Hughes that time, Mark. That was going to be a tough shot. He was going to his left, and sort of an off-balance three-point shot off the dribble, and you foul him, give him an opportunity to make 3 here at the line.
So Hughes picks up the foul. That's the first foul for Dowling, and the first foul tonight at the free throw line, Ty Walker. Walker, a 88% free throw shooter, leads the team in that category, and he makes the first one. Second one on the way, and it's good. We'll get one more. It's 3 free throws. As a foul on Dowling, a substitution for Valley, one of their leaders from last year, Garang Dang, 6'3" senior, averaging 4 points in the lineup, and he'll replace Mason Morrow. Third free throw good by Walker, so he has 3 points. And the score is Dowling 11 and Valley 8 here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Valley going to go to a 3-2 zone here.
Gregory, top of the key, swings it to the left side. This is Hughes. Jump stops in the left baseline, kicks it out to Riedel. Matt travels with the basketball. Good double team that time by Ty Walker as he helped his teammate out and caused a double dribble.
Well, I'm not really sure Dowling recognized what they were going to be in that time. Bijek is running the top of that 3-2, and he's got long arms, right. Mark. You got to make sure that you know where you're at. Good spacing and passing against that zone.
Ruitt at 6'9" and a junior, guarded by Gregory at 6'10" and a senior. So Dowling, a senior-laden team. Now again, Bijek between the circles, double team, and nearly had it stolen away by Riedel. Ball's on the floor and picked up by Reardon. We got a reach-in foul on Riggs, I believe.
Yeah, and that's a tough one because Mike thought that it should have been maybe a 5-second count. Instead, Ryan Riggs picks up a foul there.
So Riggs with his first foul, second team foul on Dowling, 11-8 Maroons. They lob it out to Deng between the circles, guarded by Hughes. Deng looks inside, can't get it there. Gets it to Walker, who's guarded by Simon Daniel. Simon, a steal! Had the ball loose, and now stolen back by Valley, and Deng has it. They switch it over to Ruitt. Bijek on the baseline, and he bounces the ball on the baseline out of bounds. It'll be Dowling basketball. They force the turnover.
Well, Dowling's defense really active, and it starts with Simon Daniel, who is face guarding Ty Walker and trying to deny him the ball, but good rotation that time by the Dowling defense.
4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Dowling Catholic 11, the Valley Tigers 8 here on Iowa Catholic Radio. The winner moves on to the Boys State Basketball Tournament next week. 4A plays on Wednesday morning. Mark Emmerdale, Mike Swain, glad you could join us tonight. And now a bounce pass by Hughes. He tried to get it to Riggs and he threw it away.
It's a second straight turnover against this zone. That time they dropped Bijek back into the paint as just a straight 2-3. But, boy, a poor pass that time by Dowling. Another missed opportunity.
Yeah, it certainly was. So Valley with the basketball. Ty Walker dribbling it up. Gets to Reardon. Coming off a ball screen by Bijek. Goes to the right side. Reardon down the lane. His shot up. Partially blocked by Riggs. No good. Rebound Dowling and Riggs. Outlet pass to Hughes. It's stolen away by Reardon. Here's Eli with it down the lane, and he tried to flush it through, and he missed it. Rebound Riedel. Big miss that time for the Tigers.
That was a big miss, and a nice job of Riggs not picking up a foul there, Mark.
Yeah, he got a little deflection there, timed it right. Now a foul on Valley, and this will be on Dang. That'll be his first.
I think Coach Windhorst is letting Reardon know, just lay it up. Why go and try and dunk? We even talked about that, Mark, last week in the East game with a couple missed dunks that Dowling had.
Yeah, you'd rather have him make the basket.
Yeah, I'll always take the two rather than the highlight.
And you know you can make a layup, but you want to try to flush it. And I think Eli was trying to get his crowd into it.
Valley back in man-to-man here, Mark.
11-8 Dowling, 3 minutes. We approach the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter from Dallas Center Grimes High School. Neutral sites for all the Class 4A teams. Here's Gregory coming off the ball screen. Gets the ball inside, tries to spin, and he loses it. Dang with it. Garang Dang, the 6'3 senior off the bench for Coach Windhorst. And now Walker for three off the mark and goes out of bounds. It'll be Dowling basketball.
That was a tough shot, really contested. But for Dowling, I don't like the way the last four possessions have gone, Mark. You've got 3 turnovers out of the last 4. For Dowling, they've got to do a better job taking care of the ball. We mentioned coming in, 18 turnovers. Can't have that kind of effort tonight against Valley.
And the one thing you mentioned, Mike, is when Valley switched their defense, the Maroons really haven't capitalized on that. They've had some transition baskets, but they haven't run their half-court sets very well. Now Valley, like staying in that 2-3.
Yeah, sort of back into a 2-3 at this point.
Maroons. Now here's Simon Daniel, three-pointer left wing. It's no good, and a rebound cleared out of there by Bijek. Ruitt with the rebound and Valley with the basketball. The final 2.5 minutes of the first quarter, and we've been stuck on this score, 11-8. Dowling. Valley's led by 1. Dowling's biggest lead has been 6. In the lane, a shot off the glass, no good by Dang. They attack the glass and they get something out of it, a foul on the Maroons.
Yeah, that was a nice move by Dang that time. Quick first step and aggressive going to the basket. You mentioned the start of this game, Mark, and it was going to be amazing if they could keep that pace, but it has come to a screeching halt here in the last 3 minutes.
Yes, it has. And
a lot of turnovers, mistakes, missed shots.
First free throw no good by Dang. Valley did not score until the 2:20 mark of the first quarter. That's an awful long, the 5:20 mark of the first quarter. They went almost 2.5, a little over 2.5 minutes without scoring to start the contest. Second free throw is good. So Dang on the board. He has 1 point. Valley's field goals, Bijek with a 3, and Mason Morrow, who just checked back in, has a 2. The rest are all free throws. Dowling with the ball, leading 11-9. Corner 3 by Jalen Moses, who just checked in. It's no good. Dowling's starting to go cold, obviously. Rebound comes out to Truman Morse. Now backdoor cut underneath Walker, and he leaves it for Morrow. His shot is no good. One and done is Valley. He might have been intimidated by Riggs, who was right down there. And a timeout, Dowling.
I think this is a good timeout, Mark, to just sort of talk through what you're going to do offensively, because Dowling has not looked good. They have not been able to get the ball inside against this zone, and they're settling for threes.
Team fouls, Dowling with 3, Valley with 1. Our score with 1:48 remaining in the first quarter. Dowling 11, Valley 9 here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Our thanks to the Catholic Tuition Organization. They offer great tax benefits for their donors and tuition assistance to qualified families who want to send their kids to Catholic schools. 515-237-5000, online at ctoiowa.org. Our thanks to Mercy One and to Kimmin. Our studio producer is Jeff Piggott. I'm Mark Emmerdale alongside Mike Swain. Packed house here, well, more than what we've seen. There's some seats left, and we got a good crowd. Student bodies are here. Everybody's masked up, and we're ready to go. And what a first quarter we've seen. I can't wait for the rest of the game. You have to pace yourself here, Mike.
I just like to see Dowling get back into an offensive rhythm here. This zone has really bothered Dowling.
All right, Mikey Chase in there. Gets to Simon Daniel. Stolen away by Mason Morrow. Morrow with the steal. Down court to Walker. On the baseline, a blocking foul called on Dowling. It'll be on Mikey Chase, his second.
Yeah, that's going to be team foul number 4. So already Dowling getting closer and closer to putting Valley in the bonus. We're only at a minute 33 here in the first quarter left.
And Sam Hughes will check in for Mikey Chase. So the Dowling lineup with Andrew Lynch now in there. It'll be Lynch, Riedel, Jalen Moses, Simon Daniel, and Sam Hughes. Valley inbounds the ball. They get it to Ty Walker on the baseline. Now dribbles it out. Gets to Morrow. Mason, the quarterback on the Valley football team the latter part of the year. Dribble handoff to Truman Morse. He goes left side. Down the lane he goes. Jump stops on the block, and he traveled with the basketball. Didn't get his feet set.
Yeah, that was good defense that time by Riedel. And both teams just really sloppy, Mark, on just all we're seeing is turnovers and missed shots here.
All right, Andrew Lynch will check out. Riggs back in, so it'll be Riggs and Jalen Moses. Jalen Moses for Dowling, a 6'9 senior, and Riggs, a 6'8 senior, both in the post. Here's Riedel with it to Simon Daniel. Now they get it inside to Riedel. A head fake, a shot off the glass too strong. Rebound, Ty Walker, and it's taken away by Eli Reardon, and he's fouled at half court by Simon Daniel in a Dowling foul.
Yeah, just not needed that time by Simon Daniel. Now you're team foul number 5, and I don't think Reardon was going to do anything with that just to get a senseless foul there.
So team foul number 5 in the Maroons. 61 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Dowling 11, Valley 9. Tigers have it. They go right to left towards the north basket here at Dallas Center Grimes. In the lane-up, jump stop, and a shot up and good by Truman Morse. That's his first basket of the night.
Well, that was a nice play that time. Valley set a back screen that time from Morse, who came all the way from the inbounding spot and able to catch underneath. Good design by Coach Windhorst.
And we're tied at 11, Dowling and Valley. On the baseline, Lynch takes a dribble, can't attack the basket. Out to Riedel. Maroons may hold for one. I think that's what Coach O'Connor's trying to signal to his team, and Valley will come out and guard him.
Well, what this zone has done, Mark, is taken away Dowling's ability to penetrate into the middle of the paint. And that's exactly what Coach Windhorst was bothered by, and this zone has been effective.
Yeah, I'm supposed as a coach, you got to take the lesser of two evils. Do you stay man and try to keep up with the Maroons, or do you go zone and see if they can adjust? Right now, that's working. And Windhorst, the edge there. We're tied at 11, now 5 seconds. Riedel with the ball, down the lane, puts up a teardrop shot, good over B-Jack. How about that, Matt? Riedel with 6 points as we've come to the end of the first quarter. Riedel with his 6th point and Dowling with the lead 13-11. We'll take a break and come back with the second quarter in boys. Class 4A Substate Final Basketball here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
What is the best gift ever? Giving a Catholic education is at the top of my list. Your contribution to CTO helps families send their children to our Catholic schools who otherwise could not afford it. In giving to CTO, you receive the best tax credits ever. Pledge or donate online at ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their future.
Thank you, Dental Associates, for underwriting Dowling Catholic Sports 365. With over 40 years' experience, Dental Associates is a group dental practice with the mission of promoting optimum health and well-being to all patients, providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry for the entire family. Message underwritten by Dr. Kenton Gleichman, Dr. Steve Karbaka, and Dr. Ben Nagel. Dental Associates, addressing your smile, needs, and dreams. Online at DesMoines-DentalAssociates.com.
And welcome back to Dallas Center Grimes High School. Mark Emmerdale, Mike Swain. As we start the second quarter, Valley with the basketball first, and the Maroons lead it by a score of 13-11. And Swaymer, this is going to be an interesting Substate game if we had anything like that first quarter.
Yeah, it was weird. Both teams got off to a really hot start, and then it was just sort of like they both got stuck in the mud, turning the ball over, couldn't shoot. And then just a little flurry at the end there, and Valley turns the ball over again here, Mark.
Yeah, the Maroons got up 6 at one time in that first quarter, and then Valley put that zone out there, and Dowling turned the ball over, missed shots, everything correct, but points. And now Gregory for 3 in the corner. It's off the mark. No good. Rebound. Riedel underneath to Riggs, and he's fouled as Riedel again in the middle of all that, passed to Riggs on the right side, and he drew the foul.
Wow, that was a great rebound by Riedel that time. And then just a nice interior pass again to Riggs.
I think Bijic got the foul for Valley. That is their second team foul of the first half. Dowling with 5 team fouls, and Riggs to the line. Ryan, a 66% free throw shooter, misses the first free throw. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Dental Associates, Construction Professionals, and Ashworth Vision Clinic. Mark Amadale, Mike Swain bringing you tonight's Substate final. Second free throw rolls around, no good, and a reach-in foul on Gregory. He couldn't get the ball, and he reached over a defender.
Yeah, and Coach O'Connor looking at Gregory, sort of pointing to his head like, think. That's down to the 6-team foul, Mark.
First foul on Gregory.
So next foul, Valley will be shooting at the line, and we're 7:23 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, 'tis the postseason. In the front court, dribbling it up is Mason Marr. He has it on the left wing now. Underneath to Ty Walker. His shot is blocked, and bodies hit the floor, and they're going to call a foul on Dowling, and Walker will have 2 shots.
Well, that was a good block from the standpoint of Gregory getting all ball, but got him with the body, and Walker went down hard, and the official was right there. Coach O'Connor saying, look, he just went straight up, but not getting the call there.
Ty hits the first free throw. Walker with 4 points tonight. He's 4 for 4 at the free throw line, has yet to hit a field goal. Keep in mind, he leads this Valley team with 63 made threes coming in, and that's something the Maroons they've got to lock him in on.
Well, Mark, Jalen Moses in for Gregory now, who has 2 fouls.
Second free throw by Walker is good. Ty coming off that injured ankle that he hurt against Hoover a few weeks ago. Coach Windhorst saying he's doing much better. We're tied at 13 with 7:13 remaining here in the second quarter from Dallas Center Grimes High School. I want to thank Brett Butcher, the AD, and all the folks in DCG winning today in girls basketball. They advance. They're going to take on Ballard on Thursday. DCG beating Bondurant in game 1. And they're the host school here, and they're all down at state tournament girls basketball. Dowling with the ball. Here's Daniel with it. Simon gets in the corner to Moses. Underneath the Riggs. And his shot off the glass good. Right around Garang Ding.
That's really good patience by Dowling that time. Working the ball inside, and that's what they're going to have to do. Riggs is going to have to beat this Valley zone.
Valley with the basketball right to left towards the north basket here at the DCG gymnasium. With it is Truman Morris. Now he's double teamed. Dowling wanting a 5, and it was close to 1. Out to Bijic. Bijic guarded by Riggs. And he tries to pass over to Ding, and it's stolen away by Simon Daniel. Simon with the ball on the right side of the lane. Layup up too strong. Rebound Moses. His putback is blocked by Bijic, and a foul on Ruitt.
Well, that was a good flurry that time. A nice steal by Dowling. I've been really impressed with the Dowling defense. And then Moses with the rebound that time, Mark, off the Daniel miss, and he gets fouled, going to shoot 2.
So Ruitt with his second foul. So he and Gregory both with 2 fouls. Let's see what Coach Windhorst does with this. As Moses will be at the line. Jalen, a 71% free throw shooter on the year. First one up and good.
And here comes Reardon in for Bijic. Oh, excuse me, coming in for Mason Morrow.
Valley was 5 out of 6 the free throw line in the first quarter. Dowling's first free throws are right now. Second one by Moses, good. So Jalen 2 for 2. He has 2 points. And it's Dowling with a 4-point lead, 17-13 with 6 minutes, 12 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Dowling staying in their man-to-man. We haven't seen zone out of Dowling, but we've seen it out of Valley at times. They're back to man. Tigers with the basketball, Truman Morse. Plays catch the perimeter with Ding. And now Morse for 3. It's no good left wing. Rebound Dowling.
Really good block out that time. Both teams doing a pretty good job, Mark, on the defensive glass, not allowing those offensive boards.
Hughes with the basketball in the front court to Riedel. Simon Daniel, the third guard, with Riggs and Moses in the paint. Here's Daniel on the left side. Dribbles towards the basket. Cut off. Skip pass over to Moses. Right wing. 3 up good. Right in front of the Valley bench.
Well, that's just great execution. That's a nice kick out that time. And after Moses hit 2 threes, he's sort of in rhythm. Or 2 free throws, Mark. He's sort of in rhythm. Steps out and hits that 3.
Moses in for Gregory on the depth chart. As Gregory with 2 fouls and on the bench. Here's Valley with the ball. They post up Ding, left block. His shot up and good. The basket will count, and a foul either on Hughes or Riedel.
Well, that's a big play. That's exactly what Valley needed. Deng caught down low against the much smaller Hughes. Riedel tried to come over and help Mark, but got the foul and the basket. So Valley with an opportunity for a three-point play.
Riedel with the foul. That's his first. And the basket good by Garang Dang, a 6'3 senior off the bench for Coach Windhorse. And one is good. So he now has 4 points. He's 2 for 3 at the line. And it's 20-16. Dowling by 4. Maroons' largest lead has been 6 twice here in this first half. So we approach the 5-minute mark. Dowling in the front court, and we got carrying the ball. Good job that time by Ty Walker, forcing Simon Daniel with the carrying of the ball, palming of the ball.
Valley that time switched to man-to-man, pecked up in the back court, Mark. Again, a different look and made Dowling uncomfortable. So a nice play by Coach Windhorse, switching the defenses around, keeping Dowling sort of off balance.
All right, here's Walker with it. Gets it to Reardon between the circles. Now out to Ruitt. Bijek with it. Guarded by Moses this time. Now they swing it to the right side. Walker can't dribble, penetrate. Gets to Reardon. Going against Riggs. Underneath, right block. Riggs in the air. Shot up and good. Nice job by Eli Reardon with his first points of the night.
That was a really nice move, backing Riggs down. And much like Riggs, when Reardon gets it that low, Mark, he's tough to stop.
Dowling with the ball. Riedel with it. An offensive foul on Riedel. Good defense that time by Dang.
Well, and I believe that's going to be Riedel's second foul, isn't it?
Correct.
So already foul trouble starting to mount up for Dowling, as that's their 9th team foul. You got Gregory with 2, Riedel with 2.
Yeah, it's a player control foul. That is the 9th team foul, as you mentioned, on Dowling. They will not shoot free throws here. As Bijek will throw it in to Ty Walker, who dribbles it up into the front court for the Valley Tigers. Also in there is Garang Dang, Eli Reardon, and Truman Moore. So now we got a whistle, and traveling on Valley as Bijek turns it over. He handles the ball a lot for a big guy between the circles, Mike.
Yeah, he a little loose with it that time, and a good double team that time by Riedel. Coach O'Connor quickly getting Riedel out here, Mark, with 4:16 to go with the 2 fouls.
Yeah, he may be playing the offense-defense card in the final moments when he can. Maroons inbound the ball. Here's Simon Daniel with it, guarded by Walker. He forced him into a turnover last time. Gets it over to Hughes. Out top to Riggs. Ryan, dribble handoff to Hughes. Valley stays man, Mike.
Yeah, you'd like to get the ball into Riggs inside here.
Hughes dribble penetrates, leaves it for Moses. Back in the corner to Hughes. Good defense by Valley. They jump the ball. In the corner it is to Riedel, or rather to Chase. Mikey Chase in there, and he swings the ball up. A shot is up and good. The basket will count. Foul will be on Garang Dang, and Chase hit the floor after he shot it.
Well, it was just a scoop shot as he was falling to the ground. A very acrobatic shot that time by Chase, and he gets it to fall, and an opportunity for a three-point play.
Hughes basket for the young man off the bench for Dowling, headed to Holy Cross, Notre Dame, Indiana, and he completes the three-point play and gives Dowling a 5-point lead, 23-18 Maroons. 3:45 remaining here in the second quarter from Dallas Center Grimes High School. Mark Amadale, Mike Swain.
Well, breaking the action, Mark, 3:45. Coach O'Connor gets Riggs out and Lynch in, so maybe not to pick up a foul, especially after Reardon was so aggressive that last time.
Valley in the front court. Walker over to Reardon, and they give it to Walker. He misses the shot. It was partially blocked by Simon Daniel, and the rebound out to Dowling and Hughes.
Boy, he would love to have that one. And Coach Windhorse with his hands on his knees, like, what do we have to do here to get that ball to fall?
It sounded like, and I wasn't there, it sounds like a little of the Dowling Valley game that you called last month. And underneath Hughes, now a steal by Valley. Ty Walker with the steal, 2-on-1. Walker goes around the defender, Mikey Chase, and scores.
That was a nice job that time. Good steal, and Coach O'Connor not happy with dribbling into a double team is exactly what Dowling did.
And this will be a full timeout, so we'll take one with them. 3:09 remaining, second quarter. It's Dowling Catholic 23, the Valley Tigers 20. The boys Class 4A Substate final continues here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
This is Dale Ahlquist with a Chesterton Minute. Have you ever heard someone say, since every religion claims to be true, well, then none of them are true? Even though this is not a very intelligent comment, it does not prevent people from saying it. G.K. Chesterton says probably one of the creeds is right and the others are wrong. Logically, most of the views must be wrong, but there's nothing logical to the idea that all must be wrong. Think about betting on a horse. Many people bet on the wrong horse, but some bet on the right horse. And sometimes even the favorite has been known to come in first. But that's the point. Something comes in first. The fact that there are many beliefs does not destroy the fact that there is one well-founded belief. So don't say that the variety of beliefs prevents you from accepting any beliefs. It's not logical, and it's not a very good way to bet either. Want more than a minute? Chesterton.org.
And we're back here at Dallas Center Grimes High School. Our thanks to Brett Butcher, the athletic director here at DCG, as Dallas Center Grimes girls playing at the state tournament. They won this afternoon. They'll play Ballard later this week in the girls' state basketball tournament. So a lot of their personnel are not here, but they're making their way back. Mark Amadale, Mike Swaim out of the Dowling timeout. The Maroons lead by 3 and have the basketball. Here's Hughes with it. Down the lane he goes. Can't get a shot off and tries to roll it to Jalen Moses, and he steps out of bounds, Mike, a turnover.
Yeah, the official thought Sam Hughes stepped out of bounds before the pass was made, and Sam just a little too much dribbling, nowhere to go that time. And Valley can afford to be a little aggressive here, Mark. They've only got 14 fouls with 2:30 to go, so they can body up and not be in the situation the Dowling's in with 9 team fouls.
All right, here is Ty Walker, shot blocked by Simon Daniel. Boy, he is locked down on him. Simon always guards the other team's best offensive player, and a blocked shot.
Really nice job.
And that was from three-point range. Here's Riedel with it to Moses in the corner to Hughes. He won't shoot the three. They lob it into Riggs, and it's tipped out of bounds by Reardon. Eli got good position against Riggs that time on the left block.
Yeah, you got to go bounce pass that time, not the lob. You got to see where that defender is, and he's on that inside shoulder. You got to throw it down away from him. They're going to bring Mikey Chase in for Riedel.
Trying to protect.
Not wanting to pick up a third foul.
Riedel with 2 fouls.
We haven't seen Gregory since the 7-minute mark.
Yeah, and Bijek won't be back either for the Valley Tigers. Maroons inbound the ball to Moses. It's Moses, Daniel, Hughes, Chase, and Riggs, the 5 on the floor. Now bad pass by Daniel. This is going to be an uncontested layup for Ty Walker as he scores on the Dowling turnover.
Mark, they switched defenses. Dowling didn't recognize. Valley was in a zone again that time, and a turnover.
9 points for Walker, and it's a 1-point Dowling lead with 1:50 remaining. Here's Simon Daniel, aggressively guarded by Truman Morris. Daniel goes around him. He leaves it for Riggs in the lane. His shot up and good. Riggs went right around Reardon for the basket.
That's just a really nice job by Riggs that time. There was a lot of pressure. Even got a little body and able to finish.
Riggs with 6 points. Dowling by 3, 25-22. And now a whistle and a foul before the shot. Morris goes in. Foul's on Dowling. It'll be on Mikey Chase.
And that's exactly the Dowling coaching staff and the fans are saying, look, that's the same thing that's happening on the other end, but this is going to result in 2 free throws, Mark, because of 10 team fouls.
Yep. Team foul number 10 on Dowling as Carson Brown set the check in for the Maroons. He will after the first free throw. 4 team fouls on Valley, 10 on Dowling. Timeouts, Valley with 3 remaining. Dowling has 4. And the first free throw is in and out, no good, by Truman Morris, who has 2 points tonight. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by the Catholic Tuition Organization, Mercy One, and Kemen. Along with Mike Swaim, I'm Mark Amadale. Glad you could join us tonight. Boys, Substate final basketball, Dowling and Valley. Neutral site, Dallas Center Grimes High School. Hats off to them for hosting. Second free throw good by Truman Morris.
A little surprise, Mark, that we didn't see Matt Riedel come in on this offensive possession. There was a break in the action. They could have got Riedel in for an offensive spot here, but Mike decided to keep him on the bench.
That's where the assistant coaches come in. You were in that role many years with your dad.
I was.
Nahas and Wagner have got to be attentive to that. But, hey, not in the cards. Dowling with the ball as we approach the 1-minute mark in the first half. They lob it inside to Riggs, and a foul on Reardon. That time he didn't get his hips around to defend the inside.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Riggs getting him on his back. And now Matt Riedel comes in here with 1:04 to go. And that's only, again, Valley still has one more team foul to give, Mark, before they put Dowling in the bonus.
Yeah. 15 foul on Valley. First foul on Reardon. Other than Bijek having 2, Valley doing very well. They work underneath the Riedel, and his shot up, and a strong move good right between 2 Valley defenders.
That's just a great inbounds that time. Riedel got wide open on a block. No way Valley should let that happen. Now Riedel's got to be able to play without fouling, Mark.
8 points for Riedel, but he's playing with 2 fouls and in there right now playing defense. 45 seconds remaining.
It looks like Valley's going to be content to take this thing all the way down here.
We've seen Dowling do it with over a minute left.
Yeah, but with a foul to give and down 4, I would be attacking this.
And trying to get Riedel in foul trouble.
Absolutely.
And Matt's not guarding the ball. Actually, Riedel is on the other side guarding Morse.
Right, which I think is a great matchup. And Daniel face guarding Walker, trying to not let him get that ball back.
Yeah, Walker struggled. He's got 2 field goals in the first half, and now they'll start their offense. 12 seconds remaining in the half.
Now,
Dowling 27, Valley 23, Mike.
Yeah, Riedel's got to be careful here. He's going up against the ball handler.
All right, underneath, and a shot up, blocked by Riggs, out of bounds on the shot by Truman Morse on the left-handed layup. Simon Daniel just all over him.
Yeah, now good job by Dowling. They're going to get Matt Riedel out here with 2.8 seconds to go as Brown comes in.
Carson Brown will check in, the 6'1", 170-pound junior. Valley will inbound the ball. Throwing it in will be Truman Morse to the left of his basket. And he'll have Brown guarding the inbounds pass. He'll lob it out to Ty Walker. He'll launch the 3 from the top of the key. It's off the mark, no good. And we go to halftime with Dowling Catholic leading 27-23 over the Valley Tigers. And I know we're going to catch up with Carolyn Kirchhoff here and talk about the bash on Buffalo Road. But, Mike, before you go, give us your thoughts a little bit before we get Carolyn in here.
Well, I think Dowling fortunate to get out of that half without a second foul for Riggs and a third foul for both Riedel and Gregory. So they were able to manage time and score and get guys in there. I think Coach O'Connor's got to do a better job here in the locker room of having Dowling recognize the Valley defenses and figuring out how they want to attack that 2-3 zone, because that really seemed to give Dowling problems. And then they've got to play with moving their feet, Mark, not so much reaching. Right. They cannot put Valley in the double bonus with 6 minutes to go in the next quarter here. But overall, it's been an entertaining game, and if I'm Coach O'Connor sitting here with a 4-point lead against Valley, I'm happy.
Absolutely. All right, we'll take a break and come back with our halftime guest, Carolyn Kirchhoff, talking about the Bash Online on Buffalo Road. Carolyn from the Dowling office, and we'll visit with her at halftime. Again, our halftime score, Dowling 27, Valley 23, here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio's broadcast of Dowling Catholic sports and activities is provided by Chemin, a global ingredient manufacturer using science to transform the quality of life for 80% of the world. Chemin is on the leading edge of molecular science, manufacturing more than 500 specialty ingredients for the human and animal health and nutrition, pet food, aquaculture, nutraceutical, food technologies, crop technologies, and textile industries. Chemin strives to sustainably transform the quality of life every day for 80% of the world with their products and services. Chemin, using science to transform the world. Online at chemin.com.
Thank you to Mercy One for their support of Iowa Catholic Radio. From the cardiovascular experts of the Iowa Heart Center to the pediatric services of Mercy Children's Hospital and Clinics, Mercy provides complete care for Central Iowa's adults and children with more than 50 primary care and specialty clinics in the Des Moines area. Find a convenient Mercy One location near you. Online at mercydesmoines.org. Iowa Catholic Radio, KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel. Listen online anytime at iowacatholicradio.com or download the Iowa Catholic Radio app.
And welcome back to Dallas Center Grimes High School here in Dallas Center. Mark Amadale and Mike Swaim. Our halftime scorer, Dowling leading 27-23 over Valley. In the boys Substate final, the winner moves on to the boys state basketball tournament in Class 4A, begins on Wednesday. And we'll know the time later once this game is complete. But now joined by the Events and Communications Engagement Manager at Dowling Catholic High School. What a title that is.
I know.
Carolyn Birch-Kirchhoff, thank you for coming.
Well, thank you for having me. It's always a good day when I can come out and visit with you.
Well, I appreciate you, and I see you brought your husband along, too, for this big game.
He works security.
Keep him up here. Swaim's got a few people after him after the game. Although right now it's just through the phone, but we'll see how that works out. Carolyn, we got the Bash on Buffalo Road, now called the Bash Online because we're now in the pandemic. And you're coordinate that. That's going to be coming up here next month because we're already into March. Is that right?
45 days.
Oh my
but no
God.
one's counting.
You
Yep.
are.
I am. So we made the switch last year from an in-person event to a virtual event
right.
to combat COVID. And going forward this year, just to keep all of our Maroon family and friends safe, we're going to do it virtually again. But there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of exciting things. We are still having the silent auction items. We still have live auction items. There's a lot of stuff going on. Amazing items to bid on.
A lot of it virtual, but accessible. So for folks, and you don't have to be a Dowling supporter. We have Valley fans listening. We have a lot of fans in Central Iowa listening, no matter who they support. But they can come and bid on some of these items, and it gets a lot. It's a lot of fun.
It is. And what we noticed last year, we had a lot of people from across the country that was able to participate because it was virtually. And a lot of our Maroons aren't always in the Des Moines area.
Right.
So this way, if you have a grandparent in Tennessee or you've got an alumni in Southern California, they can still participate and they can get a mobile bidding number by going to our website at dowlingcatholic.org, going to the events page, and get all linked up right there.
All right. Well, I think you gave some of that. What's involved with the online auction? I know that's going to be coming up, and some of that's going to be live on that Saturday. We should give the dates on here, Carolyn, because that'll be coming up in April.
Yes. So on that Tuesday, I believe that's the 13th, we will kick off the silent auction then at 5 o'clock. We'll open up the bidding site, and you will see all of the silent auction items. So we have gift baskets that were put together from local businesses, and a lot of our parents put together some great baskets, wine and spa packages. We have all sorts of different hot ticket items that you're not going to want to miss. So that will kick off on Tuesday, and then on Saturday at 7 o'clock, the live auction items will be available. So that will be the big ticket things, such as the trip to St. Croix. Mm-hmm. So if you'd like to spend a week in St. Croix at a private oceanfront villa.
I was going for the Cubs weekend, and I got outbid handily last time. But I'm a non-competitive guy, but I really wanted to go to the Cubs bash.
Well, you might want to entertain the idea of a week staying in a Colorado condo, so that would be fun.
I might do that.
And very COVID-friendly. You can just take your family and head out to Colorado. We are also working on a few other things that will be available for the golden ticket, and that is something new this year. We're only selling 100 tickets for $100 a piece, and we'll have just a certain section of high-dollar, high-fun items that can only be won through the golden ticket. So if you buy a ticket and we pull your name, then you'll get your choice of these 4 items.
All right, we're visiting with Carolyn Kirchhoff. She is the Events and Communication Engagement Manager at Dowling Catholic, kind of coordinating the Bash Online on Buffalo Road. Everybody knows Dowling's on Buffalo Road, right off of A Street in West Des Moines. Okay, I just want to be sure. But Carolyn, you mentioned the golden ticket. There's also other raffle tickets, and people can get involved. How and what's $10,000 of drawings?
We wanted something that was one size fits all.
Oh my!
So we thought, you know what fits everybody? A little bit of cash. So we are going to have $10,000 that's up for grabs, and we're going to do 3 drawings. So we have a $1,500 prize, a $2,500 prize, and then the top prize for $6,000.
My goodness!
So you could do a couple of things with that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a lot of fun. Halftime score, we want to get this in. Dowling 27, Valley 23. We got about 3 minutes till the teams come back out. And, how can folks get registered for the Bash online? I know Dowling's got their web page, but what are some of the things they need to know?
So you can basically just go to our website, and once you're there, you can register to get a mobile bidding number, and that sets you up to bid for everything. So if you want to do the silent auction or the live auction, that will also get you eligible to purchase the golden ticket. You do not have to have a mobile bidding number to buy a raffle ticket. So if you have a friend from West Des Moines Valley that would like to buy a raffle ticket, they can buy a raffle ticket.
That's
so
awesome.
that is all through dowlingcatholic.org.
Now, people can donate items for this online bidding. I know Iowa Catholic Radio, we're going to donate somebody sitting in the booth with us during Dowling Valley. they know it's going to be on TV because we had to dress up kind of like, look at me tonight. I'm ready to go out afterwards, and people can do that. They can bid on, and they can bring things in to bid for, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And we have had just a great community support from our local businesses and especially our alumni businesses in the community. They have been great partners with us, from the restaurants and small businesses, and we just could not do it without them. They're just fantastic. Also, we have great sponsors, and a lot of them are alumni-owned as well and parent-based. So I want to give a big shout-out to all those folks that really take on the sponsorships and really help us do what we can do for this event, and then ultimately provide all the support that we can for our students.
The Bash Online begins on April 13th. That's a Tuesday. The final bids are set Saturday evening on April 17th, so mark your calendars for that. If you want to contact Carolyn, her number is 515-222-1095. That's the main office at Dowling. And ask for Carolyn. They'll know what that's all about. And looking forward to all that. If you have any questions, let you know. Is that correct?
Yes, give me a call. I'm happy to help you out. If anybody needs or would like to make a donation, I can help you out with that. If you'd like to get involved as a volunteer, I can always use more hands. The more the merrier. And I want to give a big shout out to our volunteer team that has just done an outstanding job. Amy Harriman has been attached to my hip since about November. Katie Jensen and Barb Scholes are just fantastic. So thanks, ladies.
Carolyn, thanks for all you do. Thanks for coming up tonight. I know we tried to find a date in here because, we're elimination night. You never know when our last broadcast will be. We appreciate you coming here tonight and taking your husband out of the house.
There you go. Thanks so much for having us. Go Maroons.
You bet. Carolyn Bershoff joining us here at halftime. We're going to take a break. Halftime score, Dowling 27, Valley 23. Back with the second half of the boys 4A Substate Final from Dallas Center Grimes High School on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio's broadcast of Dowling Catholic sports and activities is provided by Chemin, a global ingredient manufacturer using science to transform the quality of life for 80% of the world. Chemin is on the leading edge of molecular science, manufacturing more than 500 specialty ingredients for the human and animal health and nutrition, pet food, aquaculture, nutraceutical, food technologies, crop technologies, and textile industries. Chemin strives to sustainably transform the quality of life every day for 80% of the world with their products and services. Chemin, using science to transform the world. Online at chemin.com.
Thank you to Mercy One for their support of Iowa Catholic Radio. From the cardiovascular experts at the Iowa Heart Center to the pediatric services of Mercy Children's Hospital and Clinics, Mercy provides complete care for Central Iowa's adults and children with more than 50 primary care and specialty clinics in the Des Moines area. Find a convenient Mercy One location near you. Online at mercydesmoines.org.
All right, we're back here at Dallas Center Grimes High School alongside Mike Swaim. I'm Mark Amadale. Thanks for joining us tonight. Boys Substate Final. Dowling had the first possession of the second half, and the Maroons run their offense, but they throw the ball away. Now Valley works it inside to Reardon, and he shoots and scores on the left block. And Valley now has cut the lead to 2, 27-25. Dowling here, Mike.
Yeah, another turnover for Dowling, and then Reardon on the other end. And here's another turnover.
Reardon with the steal, and he'll lay it in good. He stole the ball away from Riedel, and we're tied at 27 with 7 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Wow.
We talked about the beginning of the game, Mark, about Dowling's prone to turnovers, and we've seen it tonight. Dowling's got to get a handle on taking care of the ball here.
All right, Riedel dribble handoff. Dowling going right to left towards the north basket here. They are the visiting team in their gray road uniforms, black numbers. Here is Hughes underneath, gets it to Riggs, and his shot up and good. He didn't even turn around, threw it up over Reardon.
It was like a no-look shot that time by Riggs, but Dowling will take it, and a nice entry pass that time by Sam Hughes.
Ryan Riggs and Matt Riedel now lead Dowling with 8 points each. Jack Gredicke with 5 points. He gets the start here in the second half. Jalen Moses off the bench with 5 points. Mikey Chase with 3 points off the bench. Dowling 1 of 3 in the first half of the free throw line. Valley was 9 for 11 in the first half of the free throw line. And their leading scorer is Ty Walker with 9 points. And right now, Eli Reardon has 8, but 4 points here in the third quarter. Ruitt with the shot over Gredicke, good. Nice move by Ruitt Bijic.
Well, how about Ruitt keeping his balance, Mark, without traveling, and he was just able to get a little opening there, and just a nice little jump hook over Gredicke.
Tied at 29. 5 minutes, 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. The winner moves on to the boys' state basketball tournament. Lob pass underneath the Riggs. He gets it inside to Riedel. His shot no good. Tipped by Riedel. And we got a loose ball foul called on Bijek.
And let's see if they get this on the shot because it was a tip, so they are not. They're going to take that out of bounds. I thought Riedel was going up for a tip, and it should have been 2 free throws, but
I got Bijek for 3 fouls. And they're not keeping the individual fouls on the board, so.
And I didn't hear what the announcer said, Mark.
It was on Bijek, but I got him for 3. Maroons inbound the ball. Gregory with it on the baseline. Top of the key to Simon Daniel. Valley stays man-to-man. Here's Gregory, right elbow. Inside to Hughes, back to Riggs. Out to Hughes. Hughes will shoot from the free throw line. His shot up and no good, and a rebound comes out to Reardon.
Now that time Hughes had Gregory on the three-point line. Missed him. Might have been a wide-open look.
Valley in the front court. Here's Ty Walker with it, coming off a ball screen by Reardon. Walker in the lane. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound Simon Daniel and Dowling. Maroons with their starting 5 out there. Hughes, Gregory, Riedel, Daniel, and Riggs. Here's Riedel with it. Backdoor cut by Hughes. His shot up and good. He went right around Mason Morrow.
They tried to double-team Riedel that time, and Hughes with a nice cut. And then a good finish at the basket that time.
Hughes with his first basket for the Maroons tonight. It's 31-29 Dowling. Valley with the basketball underneath Truman Morse. And they're going to whistle a foul on Dowling and 2 shots coming. Foul will be on Riggs, it looks like. His second. And free throws coming by Truman Morse. And that was almost a bailout foul because Morse was caught in a lane in no man's land.
Yeah, it was called by an official with an odd angle to call that down in that block area, but he must have seen something.
First free throw good by Truman Morse, who now has 4 points. Ruit Bijek will check out for the Valley Tigers. And checking in will be Garang Dang. Second free throw good by Morse. He has 5 points.
Valley has made a living tonight, Mark, at the foul line, something they didn't do in that first meeting where they were under 50%.
They're 9 of 11 at halftime was Valley. They are now 11 of 13 at the line. Dowling with the ball. They go right to left in front of us, and now Gredeke's pass to Riggs was out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's, again, Dowling not recognizing Valley was back in the zone and just poor spacing, and Gredeke's just throws the ball away.
Valley will dribble in the front court. With it is Mason Morrow. Leaves it for Ty Walker, coming off a ball screen by Reardon. Won't get the shot off. Now gets it over to Morrow, left wing. He dribble drives the lane, puts up a shot. It's up and good right over the outstretched hands of Gregory. Morrow with his 4th point tonight. And Valley now takes a 2-point lead, 33-31 with 4 minutes left, and a timeout, a 30-second timeout called by Dowling with just under 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Valley 33, Dowling 31 here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Our thanks to Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals and Dental Associates. I'm Mark Amadale alongside Mike Swain. Jeff Piggott is our studio producer, and Swamer. This has been back and forth. What a start we saw in the first half. Dowling got out to a 6-point lead. Valley came back, and now they have their largest lead of 2 points, believe it or not, in this contest.
Well, Valley is starting to get some offensive rhythm, and in contrast, Dowling is struggling a little bit offensively. Every pass is contested, and things don't seem to be flowing. Again, they're not recognizing the defensive switches that Valley is doing fast enough. So looks like Valley is going to be back in that zone here. See if they can get the ball inside to Riggs.
Maroons throw the ball in, and Simon Daniel dribbles off his foot out of bounds. Good defense that time by Truman Morse.
Boy, and that's tough. You call a timeout, you want to run a set, and a lot of pressure on that wing causes a turnover. Now Dowling's defense has got to dig deep here, Mark.
The Maroons averaged nearly 18 turnovers a contest. Valley just 11 turnovers, and that's starting to haunt Dowling right now, especially when you can't get a shot off. Valley by 2 in the basketball. Here's Walker coming off a screen, 3-pointer no good. Rebound Riedel and Dowling. Maddle dribbling in the front court, and Valley stays man-to-man. Here's Riggs, backdoor cut to Riedel, and a pushing foul on Valley. And they'll get Mason Morrow with the foul. That's his first.
A second team foul for Valley. Dowling only with one team foul, so both teams have cut down a little bit from that first half.
Mason Morrow will check out, and Ruit Bijek, the 6'9 junior, will check in. Valley by 2, and Dowling inbounds the ball. They get it to Gregory, top of the key to Simon Daniel. Valley stays man. Here's Hughes with it. Three-point line extended, right elbow. And bounces it to Riggs right at his shin, and we got a tie-up as the ball got loose. And at the bottom of the pile, Reardon and Riedel, rather.
Now, just a poor entry pass that time. It went right off of Riggs' legs, and Dowling just continues to hurt themselves with turnovers here in this third quarter.
Yeah, they're starting to mount up. So Valley on the alternate possession arrow takes over the basketball, and Walker will dribble it in the front court. Ty dribble handoff to Truman Morris. He works the left side, down the lane, kicks it out. That's Deng with it. Garang on a backdoor cut, finds Walker, layup no good on the right hand. Simon Daniel right there. May have altered that shot. Rebound Dowling and Riedel. Matt with it. Down the lane he goes. His shot up, no good. Blocked from behind by Reardon. Dowling fans want a foul. Will run out the other way. Morris with it. And he loses it. Stolen by Hughes and a foul on Reardon.
Well, the officials have got to get a little bit of control here. They have missed a couple calls here. Things are getting a little too physical. I think both fan bases are seeing that. And these guys, you got to, when you see contact, you've got to call it. I thought there was contact on both shots that Valley took and the Dowling took, yet no call.
Yeah, and Coach O'Connor saw the same thing. BJ, who has a shorter fuse in OC, as you know. It's like, you just got to let it play out. All right, Dowling with the ball, trailing by 2. Riedel for 3 in the corner. It's up off the rim, no good. Tipped by Gregory is up and in. He out-jumped Morse for the basket, and Gregory, who battled foul trouble, now has 7 points.
Well, I didn't like the shot by Riedel. It's not really his game to sit out there in that 3, but a good job by Gregory with the follow.
Yeah, Matt's, 8 of 46 from three-point range. You probably don't want to do that. Underneath, a shot up, no good. Ty Walker with the miss.
Boy, and Walker just can't buy one. He's had so many good looks, Mark, and they've just been in and out.
Rebound Dowling. Riedel dribble drives. Leaves it for Hughes for 3. Up good! Right in front of the Dowling bench. Sam Hughes with his 5th point and his first 3 of the night, and Dowling by 3.
Well, that was a huge bucket, and some of the Dowling players right now look a little winded, Mark. There's been no subs so far for Dowling in this quarter.
36-33 Dowling. Minute and a half remaining. Both teams have 3 timeouts each at their disposal. Here's Reardon in the lane, and he travels with the basketball. Coach O'Connor, I think they're just going to have to gut the rest of this quarter out because nobody's calling a timeout right now. Substitution, though. Gregory will check out, and Jalen Moses in for Dowling.
Wow, that was a good job by Ryan Riggs defending Reardon. Reardon should have just went up with it. Instead, he tried to pivot one more time and got caught with the travel. Valley's going to stay in this zone.
All right, Riedel in the front court. He and Hughes are the guards, along with Simon Daniel, Jalen Moses, and Ryan Riggs in the paint. And it is a 2-3 zone by Valley. Daniel fakes a 3, bounces it into Moses at the right elbow. Now turns, gives it to Riggs. Back to Moses underneath. The head fake. And a shot off the glass. Good. The basketball count. The foul on Reardon. And that'll be Eli's 3rd.
That was a great 2-man game that time by Riggs and Moses, Mark. And Moses just made the pass to Riggs on the outside and then just slid right down the block area. Good entry pass and then an even better ball fake by Jalen Moses.
Moses, how about bench support? 7 points tonight for Dowling off the bench for Jalen.
Absolutely, and Coach O'Connor going now to Lynch, get him in for Riggs, give him a breather. Matt Riedel out for with Mikey Chase taking his spot. So just a little bit of a break here for the Dowling Maroons here with a minute to go in the third quarter.
A guy who's tired, and that's Simon Daniel, and he's had the ability to guard Ty Walker. Free throw good by Moses. 39-33. Dowling equals its largest lead of 6. 54 seconds remaining, and now a bad pass by Valley. They threw it to Walker.
Coach O'Connor immediately going back to Riggs and Riedel to get them in offensively, Mark.
That wasn't a very long break.
That was not a long break.
Hope they may not have gotten a sip of water. So it'll be Riedel throwing it in with Hughes.
I think it's going to be Dowling's ball at the break. I wonder if Coach O'Connor is going to try and hold for one here. Up 6 with 48 seconds to go.
All All right, Riedel dribbles it across the timeline. Let's see what Valley does. They're looking like they're going to stay.
Dowling's going to stay in that 2-3 zone, so I think they're going to make Valley come out and get them.
And they are now, as Hughes has it on the right side.
Got to get somebody in the middle of the floor.
At half court now, Hughes coming off a ball screen, gets it to Riggs. He nearly threw it away. Riggs a dribble handoff, 25 seconds remaining. Valley is guarding the ball between the circles.
They're in a man now, Mark. They've switched.
Simon Daniel with it. Now he's going to be jumped. And a pass deflects off of Riggs, and he'll shoot and score. Hughes got it back and gave it to him. Riggs with the basket. And for Ryan, that is his 10th point. And Dowling up by their largest lead of 8. And now the ball tipped out of bounds. And Simon Daniel said, hey, it went off the Valley player. So
boy, I can't believe that the official, his back was turned. I can't believe nobody is stepping in. It looked like that was off the Valley player, Mark. I'm really surprised. Sometimes, how many times have we seen the huddle, the officials help each other out? But
yeah, there's no replay in Iowa High School.
No, there's not.
Might have saw that on Monday after the Dowling girls game between Centennial.
Now, Coach Windhorst has great sideline out-of-bounds plays. Let's see what he draws up here.
Here's Reardon with it at the free throw line. Nearly lost it. He double dribbled. Good help defense by Jalen Moses and Andrew Lynch right around the ball there. The momentum is switching here. Dowling up 8 with 2.3 seconds. Coach, you got a length of the court play with 2.3.
Well, they're going to at least be able to get a couple dribbles.
Get the quarterback in there.
Yeah, right.
That's Hughes right now.
Right.
Sam's going to throw it. Riggs is underneath the basket. Hughes will throw it, and Daniel and Riedel have it at half court. Riedel will shoot the half court shot. It's blocked, and Riggs will throw it up after the horn sounds. And we've come to the end of the third quarter with the score. Dowling Catholic 41. The Valley Tigers 33, along with Mike Swaim. I'm Mark Amadale, back with the fourth quarter. It's boys Substate final basketball here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
This is Matt Wilcom, Executive Director for Iowa Catholic Radio. Thank you so much for your generous support during our spring carathon. Because of you, the love and truth of Jesus Christ will continue to be proclaimed throughout central Iowa and beyond. As a result, lives will continue to be transformed. Matching dollars are still available. Give us a call at 515-223-1150 or donate online at iowacatholicradio.com. Thank you.
It can be easy to look at how someone is dressing or acting and judge them. But have you ever thought about how much grace is available in these situations? The next time someone makes a questionable decision, instead of judging and condemning, uphold their dignity for them. We do greater good by lifting them up in prayer and respecting their personhood than if we mentally tear them apart in our thoughts. We can uphold the dignity of others even when they are unable to recognize their own value.
And we're back here at Dallas Center Grimes High School, decided tonight's 4A Substate final in Substate 7, Dowling and Valley. And Maroons had the ball first. Now it's stolen away at half court. And the shot is blocked. Riedel with the shot on. Now Valley with the rebound. And Walker scores. What a flurry there. Hughes lost the basketball when they inbounded the ball to start the quarter. And Valley made him pay.
Wow, what a terrible job by Dowling not taking care of the ball and giving a turnover when you had all the momentum, and now Valley's right back into this.
Dowling outscored Valley 14-10. Simon Daniel for 3 right wing. No good. Rebound Riggs. He has the ball poked away and a foul called on the Valley Tigers. It'll be the 15th foul on Valley. Dowling with just 1. So a big turnabout from the first half. Truman Morris will pick up the foul.
That was a good offensive rebound that time by Riggs.
41-35. Dowling with a 6-point lead. The Maroons had an 8-point lead going into the fourth quarter, their largest of the game. Now in the corner, Jalen Moses for 3. It's no good. Rebound Reardon. As Jalen had a corner 3 from the right side, roll in and out. The winner moves on to the Boys State Basketball Tournament. Class 4A plays next Wednesday, beginning at 10 o'clock. And now a bad pass by Valley. Dribble penetration by Morse, and he threw it to a Walker who wasn't looking.
Well, I think Walker, to me, Mark, Walker looks a little tired. Simon Daniel has been all over him, and that time he didn't do a good job moving once Morse got in that lane, and he just threw it away. I think because Walker's just been trying to work so hard to get open, Mark.
Yeah, and he's had to work for everything he's got tonight. Truman Walker, Ty Walker for Valley. Averaging 19.5 points, has 11 going into the fourth quarter. Quarter 3 for Dowling. It's no good by Sam Hughes, the rebound out to the Valley Tigers. So both teams one and done. Morse in the front court to Mason Morrow. Valley with their offense against Dowling's man-to-man. Morrow coming off a ball screen. Can't find anybody. Now gets in the corner to Morrow. Morrow with it in the lane. His shot blocked. Blocked by Hughes. And rebound Dowling into the hands of Riedel. They're letting them play, Mike.
Well, and Dowling's got to get the ball inside, Mark. They've had back-to-back three-point misses. They've got to go inside.
Here is Riedel, and he's guilty of the travel. And that'll be a timeout, and they're going to take a full timeout. So we will, too, with 6:23 remaining, fourth quarter. Dowling 41, Valley 35 from Dallas Center Grimes High School. Decided tonight's 4A Substate final. This is Mark Amadale along with Mike Swain on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio and Dowling Catholic Sports is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic. With 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling graduate, and Dr. Craig Harper, the Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at 60th and Ashworth in West Des Moines. 515-440-4610 or online, ashworthvision.com.
Thank you, Construction Professionals, for your support of Dowling Catholic Sports 365. Construction Professionals is a family-owned business dedicated to our customers. Whether designing, building, or renovating, we are here to better serve you. Our passion for quality craftsmanship, paired with our dedication to creativity, result in a home that reflects your personality, style, and family function. Construction Professionals. Design, build, renovate. CPCustomHomes.com. From our family to yours. God bless.
And we're back here at the Dallas Center Grimes gyms. Out of the timeout, Valley with the basketball. Truman Morse goes in the lane. He draws a foul. And it'll be 2 free throws coming for Truman on the foul on Dowling Catholic's Ryan Riggs.
Yeah, I thought Hughes may have had a chance to step in for the charge, but Riggs goes up for the block and got him on the arm.
Morse to the free throw line, hits the first one. He is 4 out of 5 at the line tonight. Morse, a 5'11 senior, headed to the University of Iowa with Ryan Riggs, where they'll be students. I'm sure they'll know each other. 6 points now for Truman Morse. Second free throw coming. And it's no good. Rebound, Dowling and Jalen Moses. So Dowling has Riedel, Moses, and Hughes, Ryan Riggs, and Simon Daniel on the floor. So Gregory, the one starter, is out. They lob it inside, and the ball deflected by Reardon, picked up by Riedel. In the corner goes to Hughes. And Sam for 3, and it's good. Catch and shoot, Sam Hughes, his 8th point on a pair of threes tonight.
Well, that was a huge turn of events. It almost looked like a steal by Reardon, but then they were 4 on 5 there. And Hughes with a corner 3. Big shot for Dowling.
44-36. Dowling by 8. Equals their largest lead.
That was a really nice shot by Bijic.
Ruitt got inside and scored. That's his 7th point tonight. It's 44-38. We got a whistle and a foul called on the Valley Tigers. Truman Morse a little too close as Hughes was bringing the ball up court. That's his 2nd foul.
And now what you have, Mark, here is you've got 16 fouls for Valley, so the next foul is going to put Dowling on the line. And maybe we're going to see a little bit less aggressiveness from these Valley guards trying to pick up these Dowling guards.
44-38 Dowling, 5:20 remaining here in the fourth quarter from Dallas Center Grimes High School. The winner moves on to the Boys State Basketball Tournament next week. Class 4A begins on Wednesday morning. We'll see what the times are after the game's over. Dowling with the ball. Corner 3 by Hughes again. Good!
Unbelievable.
Sam Hughes raining threes. That's his 3rd tonight. He's got 11 points.
What a huge bucket for Hughes. And how about his partner Riedel, knowing he's hot, getting the ball in the corner?
Dowling with his largest lead of 9. Bijic for 3. It's no good from the top of the key. And the rebound, Riggs and Dowling. And the Maroons are going to slow it up here with 4:50 remaining.
And Dowling has just forced Valley to one shot and out.
In the corner goes to Simon Daniel for 3, and it's good! They double-team Riedel, and Simon Daniel drills the 3. That's his first 3 of the night, and Dowling up 50-38 with 4:38 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Mark Amadale and Mike Swain here at Dallas Center Grimes High School. Can you believe that, Mike?
Mark, we have seen 3 threes in a row by Dowling. 2 from Hughes, 1 from Daniel. Unbelievable. They have just broken this game open here with 4:38 to play.
We'll keep it here on the timeout by Valley. They have 1 left with 4:38 remaining in the fourth quarter. Our thanks to Catholic Tuition Organization. They offer a great tax benefit for their donors and tuition assistance to qualified families who want to send their kids to Catholic schools. 515-237-5000 is their number. Online at ctoiowa.org. Our thanks to Mercy One and to Kemen. Coach Swain, shooting nullifies turnovers, nullifies empty possessions. Great shooting extends the ball game and your lead. The Maroons led by no more than 6. Now they're up 12 for the first time tonight in double figures.
It's amazing, Mark, what the three-point shot can do for a team. We just saw 9 points for Dowling in the last minute with 3 threes in a row. But this game's far from over here, Mark. 4:38 to go, and Valley certainly has the players to get right back in this, so Dowling needs to have some good defensive possessions here.
Well, Dowling's 2 of 4 at the free throw line tonight, so there may be a lot more coming. Valley with 16 fouls right now. The Tigers are 12 of 15 at the line. Valley with the ball. Reardon with it at the free throw line. Can't get the shot off.
They can't get the ball to Walker, Mark. Simon Daniel is just all over him like a blanket.
Simon's got to be gassed. Here's Walker for 3. Top of the key. It's almost an air ball. It's no good. Riedel with the rebound. 4:10 remaining. Riedel down the lane. Gets in the corner to Daniel for 3 again. It's good! Simon Daniel has opened this game up. It's a 15-point Dowling lead with 4 minutes left.
Mark, I never saw this coming when it was 33-31 and Valley had the lead. I mean, this is incredible.
Dowling's won 6 of the last 7 games. In the lane, a shot no good by Morse. Reardon with the rebound, and he's fouled on the putback. Actually, block shot by Riggs. And a foul on Dowling, and I think it is on Riggs.
Yeah, they're going to get Riggs.
That'll be his 4th. So now the Dowling coaching staff got to say, how are we going to close the game? Get your free throw shooters in there. Most of them are the guards.
Yeah, I think Coach keeps him in here, Mark, with 3:46 to go because they're going to be on offense. And then you want to try and get Riggs out if you can. Might even be worth it if you score coming down on this end. You take a timeout and get Riggs out defensively. Well, Dowling has 3 timeouts left.
Right, and Reardon misses the front end of a 2-shot foul. Second one coming. Eli Reardon with 8 points tonight. Second one no good also. Rebound Gregory. Out to Hughes. It's Hughes and Riedel in the backcourt with Gregory, Riggs, and Simon Daniel. So the 5 starters back in. Riedel with it to Daniel. He'll launch a 3 and it's blocked. That time by Morse. Good anticipation by Truman. 53-38 Dowling. Underneath Reardon, his shot up and good right over Riggs. Smart move by Riggs not to commit his 5th.
Really smart, Mark. I thought for sure he might get a foul there, and good decision not to. 13-point lead here for Dowling with 3:15 to go.
Eli Reardon with 8 points. 53-40, Dowling by 13. Underneath Riedel, and his shot, it's tied up, and then the ball gets loose. They don't call a jump ball. Reardon the other way. Body's loose, or ball loose on the floor. Body's on the floor. The steal by Riggs. And Coach O'Connor saying, please spread out and slow down.
Dowling's got to know time and score here, Mark. You don't need a 3 at this point. I know things have been falling, but take some time off the clock.
And now a foul on Garang Dang. The 6'3 senior off the bench for Valley commits the foul, and Riedel to the line for the front end of several 1-and-1s coming up for Dowling.
Yeah, these are going to be big, Mark. I mean, this is going to depend whether this game gets tight or whether Dowling's able to just sort of put this away from the foul line.
Valley has 1 timeout left, Dowling with 3. 2:49 remaining, fourth quarter. Dowling by 13. Riedel's free throw is off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Reardon. Valley still alive with 2:45 remaining. Here's Walker with it in the lane. His shot is blocked by Hughes. Walker hits the deck. Reardon gets the rebound, and he travels with the basketball before the shot. And it's tremendous defense down there. Who was that? Hughes, and who was guarding? It was Lynch guarding.
It was
Reardon.
Lynch on Reardon, and that's just a great job by Lynch, keeping his body in front of Reardon, and Reardon just drugged that pivot foot.
Yeah, I think he kind of felt Lynch would be there, and he wasn't, and there was nobody there. Tight end versus tight end.
Well, how about the block on Walker, too?
By Hughes. What a game. Riedel inbounds the ball. Now Dowling will take the timeout because they can't get it in. We'll keep it here. 2:38 remaining. This will be a 30-second timeout. Dowling by 13, 53-40 over the Valley Tigers. Valley comes in winning 8 of their last 10 ball games with a record of 16-4, a power ranking of number 9. Dowling with a record of 11-8. They've won 6 of the last 7 games coming into this Substate final and a power ranking of number 3. And it'll be interesting because Dowling now has 2 timeouts and Valley 1 left.
Yeah, for whatever reason, they had to switch that to a full timeout, Mark. The officials were talking, and the official score said, I don't believe Dowling has any more 30s left. They do have 2 timeouts, though.
Yeah, they do. And this has just been a phenomenal game. It started out that way. The teams, and you know this from coaching, the kids practice hard all week with just coaches yelling at them. Then they come out on a Friday or Tuesday night during the regular season, Substate final, and now the crowd's here. And it's been loud for both teams.
And it's been an intensity that we have seen from both teams feeding off of that crowd. It's been a lot of fun here to be in this gym.
Certainly has. Our thanks to Brent Butcher, the athletic director here at Dallas Center Grimes, as the DCG Gals defeated Bondurant today to advance to the semifinals of the girls Class 4A state tournament. But while they were all downtown, we walk in and there's nobody from Dallas Center Grimes here but the maintenance guys, and let us in. So it all worked out. Dowling inbounds the ball. Riedel is double teamed, and now bodies fly on the floor. Gregory had the ball, and a timeout called and a jump ball called, as Gregory tied up Bijek.
There was a lot of contact with Matt Riedel along that baseline, and no call that time. It's going to be Valley's ball, I believe, on alternate possession, Mark.
I want to thank Dental Associates, Construction Professionals, and Ashworth Vision Clinic for supporting our broadcast all season long here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Along with Jeff Piggott, our studio producer, I'm Mark Amadale. Mike Swain, the coach, next to me. 2:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Dowling by 13, all in the possession. Valley with the basketball. Here's Dang with it. Out to Walker. In the corner it goes for 3. It's no good on the missed shot by Morse. Rebound Dowling and Gregory. Here's Riedel in the backcourt. He'll handle the point. And they try to foul him. No call. Matt keeps going. He's going to dribble it out. 2:10 remaining. Gregory double team. Leaves it for Hughes. Over to Simon Daniel. Guarded by Ty Walker, and a foul on Walker. And on Ty, that'll be his first. That'll be the 18th foul on Valley.
Well, Mark, the difference in this second half has been great three-point shooting by Dowling, and for Valley, they have not been able to hit those threes, and you got to give a lot of credit to Simon Daniel on Walker, who has just made it so tough for him to catch.
And Daniel, who has all of his points here in the fourth quarter, has a pair of three-pointers and now makes his first free throw. He now has 7 points. 54-40, Dowling by 14 with 2 minutes left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Second free throw by Daniel. Dowling student section right behind the Dowling bench and right near Daniel, and he makes it. He's got 8 points. 55-40. Dowling's largest lead is right now at 15 with 1:55 remaining. Here's Ty Walker. He'll launch a 3. It's no good. Rebound Morse, and he puts it in. Timeout Valley. That's their final timeout. And is that going to be
They're going to call a foul, I believe, on Dowling.
After the made basket.
Yes. Basket's going to count, and they're foul on Riedel.
That's his third. I thought Morse scored, which he did, and then they're going to whistle the foul. So Truman.
Opportunity for a 4-point play here, Mark.
Morse has 8 points and going for the and one.
They called it on the shot.
And the free throw's no good. And a whistle and a reach-in foul on Valley and on Dang. So it all worked out.
Well, and free throws have started to hurt Valley here. They were so good in that first half, Mark, but they've struggled the last couple times at the line, not been able to capitalize.
Dang picks up his 4th foul. And Lynch back into the Dowling lineup. So it'll be Lynch and Gregory in the post with Riedel shooting the 1-and-1 with Simon Daniel and Sam Hughes in the backcourt. And boy, have they come up with some big shots here in this fourth quarter. Hughes with a pair of threes in the fourth quarter and Daniel the same. Free throw by Riedel is good. Matt tonight had 8 points at halftime, and Coach Windhorst put the clamps on him. He has not scored a field goal in the second half. He now has 9 points. Second one coming, and it's good. 10 points for Riedel. 57-42, Dowling by 15 with a minute 40 remaining, fourth quarter. Here's Morrow with it. Underneath the Reardon, and a blocking foul called on Lynch, and the basket is good by Reardon. They'll count it.
Yeah, that time Lynch tried to sell it, but I think everyone in this gym knows that you're not running over Lynch if he doesn't want to be run over.
Well, you could tell they both play on the offensive side of the football. Two tight ends going at each other.
Right.
Lynch, the senior, preferred walk on to Iowa, and he's hoping Eli will follow him to Iowa. Reardon, a junior, and he'll try the and one here, and the free throw's no good. He is 0 for 3 tonight. The free throw line is Reardon. Rebound Dowling. Here's Riedel with it.
And I don't know. Valley's got a foul here.
Minute 30 remaining. Valley, when they do, it'll be 2 shots the rest of the way. It'll put Dowling in the double bonus. Hughes with it. Lobs it inside to Riggs. Reverse layup up, and it hangs in the rim. It's no good. He'll go to the line for 2 shots and a foul on Valley. That'll be on Bijic. Fourth foul on Ruitt. Ruitt, the 6'9 junior. Got an offer from the University of Nebraska and Fred Hoiberg earlier.
I knew that.
Month. Free throw no good by Riggs. We'll get another. Riggs with 10 points tonight.
Coach Hoiberg with a huge win against Rutgers the other night.
Saw that. Second free throw good. Riggs with 11 points. And Riggs with 11 points tonight. And he'll have a seat on the bench, playing with 4 fouls.
He's had a solid game, Mark. It felt like every one of his baskets were at just critical times where Dowling needed it.
And Maroon's going with the smaller lineup here as Lynch took his place. Bijic on the baseline. Gets it over in the corner for 3. It's up and good. Corner 3 by Jackson Carter, the assistant coach's son, and a timeout, the final one by Valley.
Yeah, Carter off the bench. That's the first time he's been in the game, Mark, and he hits a 3. That's a big-time shot by him.
58-47. We'll take a 1-minute break. With 63 seconds remaining, Dowling by 11. Back in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio's broadcast of Dowling Catholic sports and activities is provided by Chemin, a global ingredient manufacturer using science to transform the quality of life for 80% of the world. Chemin is on the leading edge of molecular science, manufacturing more than 500 specialty ingredients for the human and animal health and nutrition, pet food, aquaculture, nutraceutical, food technologies, crop technologies, and textile industries. Chemin strives to sustainably transform the quality of life every day for 80% of the world with their products and services. Chemin, using science to transform the world. Online at chemin.com.
Thank you to Mercy One for their support of Iowa Catholic Radio. From the cardiovascular experts at the Iowa Heart Center to the pediatric services of Mercy Children's Hospital and Clinics, Mercy provides complete care for Central Iowa's adults and children with more than 50 primary care and specialty clinics in the Des Moines area. Find a convenient Mercy One location near you. Online at mercydesmoines.org.
And we're back here at the Valley Gym as Dowling inbounds the ball, and Truman Morse with a reach-in foul. That'll send Matt Riedel to the free throw line, and he misses the front end of a 2-shot foul. Riedel tonight with 10 points. Other games going on that involve Central Iowa teams. Council Bluffs Lincoln taking on Southeast Polk. That game at Council Bluffs Jefferson High School. Waukee versus Ankeny, and that game is at Indianola tonight. And Ames taking on Ankeny Centennial. That's at Des Moines East. Second free throw no good by Riedel. Down court comes Morris. He misses the layup. And Valley's had that happen. Happened in the first game at Dowling, and now a foul on Valley with 45 seconds, and the Maroons leading by 11.
Yeah, I think a couple foul shots here, Mark, and you can pretty much start the bus. 45 seconds to go, and boy, what a change of quarters. Can you believe what happened in this quarter? The offensive show that they put on.
It's just been amazing. Free throw no good by Riedel, and
he's missed 3 in a row here.
It's his third miss. We'll see if we can catch up on some scores. Second one good, so that breaks the snide. He's now got 11, does Matt Riedel. Long three by Valley's Ty Walker, no good. And rebound Dowling and a foul in the backcourt on Jackson Carter. That'll be his second. Dowling in the two-shot bonus as Valley's over the 10-foul limit. Free throws coming, so
every shot that Walker has put up tonight, Mark, has been contested. I mean, they have done an unbelievable job on him tonight, and you got to give a lot of credit to Simon Daniel.
And the first free throw is good. Leading free throw shooter on the team is Sam Hughes. He now has 12 points. 60-47. Dowling by 13. 35 seconds remaining. Second free throw by Hughes, good. Sam with 13 points. But those 3 threes in the third and fourth quarter has made a difference as the Waukee Warriors are involved tonight. Try to get an update.
Well, and here comes Dowling emptying the bench, Mark, with 35 seconds to go. And what a thrill for those guys who are going to be able to play in a Substate game, Mark, that's going to get the Maroons down to Wells Fargo for a third straight year.
Yeah, that's true. Trying to look up some scores here, Mike. So Maroons got their bench in. And it was Waukee 74-54 over Ankeny. So Waukee advances, and that's probably who Dowling will get. That is one of the top seeds. We'll see.
Well, if you're Dowling, I think you'd rather see Cedar Falls. If I had my choice, Mark.
Well, that's the number one team that you don't agree with.
That's true.
That may work out for the Maroons.
It could.
74-54, Ankeny, or Waukee defeating Ankeny. So they advance. We'll try to get an update on the Ames and Ankeny Centennial game as free throws coming here for Garang Dang. He has 4 points tonight. Second on the way, good. He's got 6 now with both of them. 61-49 Dowling. 27 seconds remaining. Full court press. And the ball tipped away and score. And that is Truman Morse with the basket. And a foul in the backcourt as Dowling inbounds the ball. It's Dylan Smith inbounding the ball with 19 seconds remaining. Dowling by 10. And Swimmer, Dowling is going to follow the girls down to the boys state basketball tournament. How about that? That's always an accomplishment. So we are efforting the Ames and Centennial score. At the free throw line, Dylan Smith. First free throw, no good. Dylan 2 for 2 on the year. And there went his perfect record. And last report, Ames leading 54-34 over Centennial. Second free throw, no good by Smith. And the rebound out to Valley. Near steal by Simon Daniel, who is yet to come out. Here's Carter with it. In the corner it goes to Ty Walker for 3, no good. Rebound Valley with Carter with the rebound. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Valley basketball. 61-51 with 3.7 seconds remaining here. And now a long three is no good, and that'll do it. Dowling is going to punch their ticket to the boys state basketball tournament as they knock off the Valley Tigers. 61-51 the final. Valley rallies in that fourth quarter, outscoring Dowling 18-10. But Dowling will play next Wednesday at the boys state basketball tournament. Game times are 10, 12, 2, and 4. Swamer, you'll be calling the webcast on the afternoon games.
I've got the afternoon games, and I'm hoping that Dowling gets that early game, Mark, so you and I can do a little radio down there for the Maroons, and then I'll just shuffle down to the TV spot for the other two games.
How about this? Ames 57, Ankeny Centennial 37, a final there. So Ankeny, or rather Ames and Waukee both advance to the boys state basketball tournament. We're going to effort Southeast Polk. They're out in Council Bluffs, taking on Council Bluffs Lincoln, a team that Dowling knocked off. And we're going to effort their games. I think I might have had somebody send me a text, so we'll have to check that out. But Mike, the Dowling boys will move on to the boys state basketball tournament. They might be the 8th seed with a record of 12-8 with a 10-point win over Valley, 61-51. It's got to feel good.
Well, it's just been an amazing job by Coach O'Connor and this coaching staff to cap off this season, a very tough season where they actually saw at one point Coach O'Connor down, not able to coach the team for 2 weeks.
Right.
Had a couple players down. Matt Riedel was, not able to play for a little while there as well. And to be able to keep this team together and be able to be peaking at the right time, Mark, you got to give a lot of credit to the Dowling coaching staff and these Dowling players. Just a great way to cap off the season.
It certainly is. And congratulations to Coach Mike O'Connor, his coaching staff, Nick Wagner, Jimmy Nahas, as the Maroons defeat Valley 61-51. They'll play next Wednesday at the Boys State Basketball Tournament as Class 4A begins Wednesday morning at 10. We'll find out the times later, probably later on this week. But we're going to take a break. We'll move to the postgame show. We got one score to track down, and that is Council Bluffs Lincoln leading Southeast Polk by 10. And we'll try to track that down if we can. So it'll be Dowling, Waukee, and the Ames Little Cyclones all advancing out of Class 4A. We'll take a break along with Mike Swain, Mark Amadale. Final score, 61-51. The Dowling boys defeat Valley, and they move on to the Boys State Basketball Tournament next week as pictures are being taken on the floor of the team. We'll return after these messages.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio and Dowling Catholic Sports is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic. With 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling graduate, and Dr. Craig Harper, the Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at 60th and Ashworth in West Des Moines. 515-440-4610 or online, ashworthvision.com.
Thank you, Construction Professionals, for your support of Dowling Catholic Sports 365. Construction Professionals is a family-owned business dedicated to our customers. Whether designing, building, or renovating, we are here to better serve you. Our passion for quality craftsmanship, paired with our dedication to creativity, result in a home that reflects your personality, style, and family function. Construction Professionals. Design, build, renovate. CPCustomHomes.com. From our family to yours. God bless.
Iowa Catholic Radio, KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel. Listen online anytime at iowacatholicradio.com or download the Iowa Catholic Radio app.
And we're back here at the Dallas Center Grimes Gym as Dowling defeats Valley 61-51. Valley Tigers will close out their season with a record of 16-5. They were tied for 6th in the final poll in Class 4A, the AP Top 10 poll, and a power ranking of 9. And the Tigers now, their season closes out with a record of 16-5. The same court as last year when Waukee knocked them out, but they played without Eli Reardon a year ago on this court, Mike.
I got to believe Coach Windhorst is going to lobby to have the Substate final next year played anywhere but Dallas Center Grimes. And just to let everyone know in the audience, I was pushing for the Roundhouse, but nobody listened to me.
Yeah, and you wanted Waukee to be the number 1 team. Now, aren't you glad you're not? Because
well, that may be. That may work out in Dowling's favor, and who knows? It's going to be a very competitive 4A field, Mark. It always is whenever you get down there. So, look, Dowling's going to have to play just like they did tonight. They're going to have to play great defense. Offensively, they've got to get the ball inside, and then once they do that, then those threes start to open up, and they do have to tighten up a little bit, Mark, on their foul shooting as well as their turnovers. But this is a team that we've been talking about them. They've been on a run. They've been beating ranked teams in the last 3 or 4 weeks. And I don't think these guys are surprised, Mark. I think if you ask this team and this coaching staff, I don't think they're surprised that they're going down to Wells Fargo.
You're right. Let's take a look at some scoring updates or other finals in now. It was Council Bluffs Lincoln defeating Southeast Polk, 58-43 the final there. That game was played at the neutral site in Council Bluffs at Council Bluffs Jefferson. Remember a year ago that game was supposed to be at Jefferson. They moved it to Iowa Western Community College, and then I decided to have laryngitis. And you finished the game very admirably, Mr. Swain.
It was my one shot at play-by-play, and look at where it's got me.
Nowhere. Have you been asked back?
I have not been asked back.
I'll leave it there. Other final, Waukee defeated Ankeny 74-54. So Waukee and Council Bluffs Lincoln both advance. And the other one, Ames, a 20-point win over Ankeny Centennial. That was a top 10 matchup. Number 3 Ames, 57. Number 8 Ankeny Centennial, 37. And what a game it was. I hope you got him in somehow, Mr. Deviney, my broadcast partner for the girls game. And so there you have it. You have Ames, you have Dowling, you have Waukee, the 3 Des Moines area schools that have Class 4A that have made it. Johnson, we're referencing their score. They're playing Cedar Rapids Kennedy. That game up at the Roundhouse in Marshalltown, which was built just like the Roundhouse at Lincoln. See if we can get a score from there. I'll see if we get a score there.
We call that the Roundhouse Light.
Oh, boy. Oh. I didn't know there was a discrepancy there, Mr. Swain. My goodness. Yeah.
It's that South Side Lincoln bias that I have. I'm sorry.
Well, we'll take a look at the scoring. And Dowling had 3 players in double figures, led by Sam Hughes with 13 points, all in the second half. He nailed 2 threes in that fourth quarter rally by the Maroons. And he had all of his points in the fourth quarter, so 13 points for Sam Hughes, a Dowling senior. Maroons have actually all seniors in their rotation for the most part. 11 points for Ryan Riggs, 10 points for Matt Riedel, 8 points for Simon Daniel. Off the bench, Jalen Moses, how big was that? 8 points for him. Jack Reddick, finished with 7. He battled some foul trouble early on. Mikey Chase off the bench with 3 points in the contest. For the Valley Tigers, they had 3 players in double figures, led by Ty Walker with 11 points. He was held under his average of 19.5. And how about Eli Reardon, averaging 18 points? He finished with 10. So that's a big differential that Valley was counting on in the contest.
And of Walker's 10, Mark, 5 of those were at the line. So, I mean, it just tells you what the kind of defensive effort that Dowling had. It starts with Simon Daniel really making it very difficult for him to catch, but it takes a team effort because everyone's got to know where he's at. Everyone has to know where Reardon was at, and I thought they did a great job of doing that. Just a fantastic defensive effort by the Maroons tonight.
Valley just 3 of 8 at the free throw line in the fourth quarter, so they finished 14 of 21 at the line for the game. They were 11 of 13 heading into the fourth quarter, but free throws got away from them. And they finished 3 of 8 in the fourth quarter, 14 of 21 in the contest. So round out scoring for Valley, 6 points off the bench for Duran Dang, 7 points for Ruit Bijek, 4 points for Mason Morrow, and 3 points for Jackson Carter to round out scoring for the Valley Tigers. Now for Dowling in that fourth quarter, they went to the free throw line 8, 10, 12, 14 times, and they had 6 misses. So the Maroons went 8 of 14 at the free throw line. They finished 10 of 18 at the line tonight. And, Mike, you hit the nail on the head. You can't come into a state tournament averaging 18 turnovers. I don't know how close Dowling got tonight, but they were near it when Valley was starting to come back and took that slight lead early.
They were. It was sloppy at times, Mark, but you've got to – sometimes, you mentioned it, sometimes great shooting and timely shooting as well as defense can overcome turnovers, and that's what happened. And when they turned the ball over, Valley had a difficult time scoring and take advantage of those turnovers. And so you got to give a lot of credit to the Dowling defense. Otherwise, but going into this state tournament, Mark, they've got to clean that up a little bit because you're not going to get away with that with the quality of teams that are going to be down there at Wells Fargo next week. But tonight's a night to enjoy this win and cap off a fantastic season by the Maroons.
Right now, no update from the Johnston and Cedar Rapids Kennedy game. That game is continuing on in Marshalltown right now. So that's the final CIML team. Southeast Polk was beaten tonight, so Council Bluffs Lincoln, a team that Dowling went over and beat a few weeks ago, they defeated Southeast Polk 58-43, so they advanced from Substate 1. And it was Ames out of Substate 2 advancing. They defeated Ankeny Centennial in the battle of ranked teams 57-37. And Waukee, a winner over Ankeny, 74-54. That's the third time those two teams played, even though they're not in the same division. And here it was Dowling Catholic 61, Valley 51, as Valley outscored Dowling in the fourth quarter 18-10. But the Maroons had a tremendous third quarter. They outscored the Tigers 14-10 after leading by 4 at halftime. That was quite a push there in the second half by Dowling, and they just kind of took it up a gear, and they've been playing very well. You mentioned top 10 teams. Dowling now 6-4 against the top 15 teams in Class 4A. Valley falls to 1-3 against those top 10 teams in Class 4A.
I think that the Valley momentum and the doubt started to creep in when Dowling hit 3 threes in a row, and that really just sort of broke open the game. Valley was never able to recover from that, and just, timely shooting, Mark. That's what it came down to.
It always does, along with pretty good defense. Simon Daniel might be our player of the game because of the way he locked down on Valley's leading scorer, Ty Walker. Again, Walker held to 11 points. He came in average in 19.5, and Simon Daniel didn't leave the court very often, even for those breaks we were kind of begging for. What a game.
Well, but some nice contributions off the bench for Dallin. You talk about Jalen Moses and Mikey Chase getting in there, and then Andrew Lynch coming in when Gregory and Riggs were in foul trouble. So some good contributions from the Dallin bench, and they've been a deep team all year, and it helped out tonight.
Certainly did. Well, Mike Swain, we'll see you down at the Boys State Basketball Tournament. You're going to get a little FaceTime on the TV side. Best of luck with you. They got a great crew down there. Rick Silverstreeny and that crew do a good job lining folks up, and hats off to you. Hopefully we'll be together for whatever time they assign the Dowling game, and that'll be done after all the games are complete. We're still waiting some other scores, but we'll be down there on next Wednesday, March 10th, the 4A State Basketball Tournament at Wells Fargo Arena, and we'll see you down there, Coach.
Should be a lot of fun, Mark. We'll see you next week.
Mike, thank you. Mike Swain, my broadcast partner, and we want to thank him along with everybody else involved with our broadcast tonight here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Our sponsors include Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, Kemen, Mercy One, and the Catholic Tuition Organization. Our thanks to Athletic Director Brent Butcher here at Dallas Center Grimes High School and his staff for hosting tonight's game between Dowling and Valley. I want to thank the Dowling folks, including Athletic Director Tom Wilson, Colleen Webb, Michael Connor from the Athletic Office, and, hey, our halftime guest, Carolyn Birch-Kirchhoff, talking about the annual bash on Buffalo Road. This will be the bash online. The bidding begins on Tuesday, April 13th, and the final bids are on Saturday, April 17th. So circle those dates and get registered online at dowlingcatholic.org. Our thanks to our studio producer, Jeff Piggott, for our business underwriters and supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio. We like to thank them for supporting our broadcast all season and in our 44th year of covering the Maroons. Also like to thank the folks at Valley, head boys basketball coach B.J. Windhorse, athletic director Brad Rose, and, of course, B.J.'s coaching staff, and Dowling head coach Michael Connor as the Maroons punch their ticket to the state tournament. Congratulations, Coach. And the Maroons will be playing on Wednesday, March 10th, either at 10 o'clock, noon, 2 or 4 p.m. That's the 4 time slots for 4A. And we'll have the game on Iowa Catholic Radio, so tune in for the broadcast, the boys Class 4A State Basketball Tournament, and you can join us from Wells Fargo Arena. Final score tonight, it was Dowling 61, the Valley Tigers 51. The Maroons had 3 players in double figures, led by Sam Hughes' 13 points, Ryan Riggs with 11, and Matt Riedel with 10. And this is Mark Amadale for my broadcast partner Mike Swain, thanking you for listening to the official radio network of Dowling Catholic Sports and Activities here on Iowa Catholic Radio, 1150 AM, 88.5 and 94.5 FM, and streaming online at iowacatholicradio.com. Again, for our studio producer Jeff Piggott, thank you for tuning in to tonight's Class 4A Boys Substate Final. Again, the final score, Dowling 61, Valley 51. The Dowling Maroons advanced to the Boys State Basketball Tournament with a record of 12-8. And the Valley Tigers close out their season with a record of 16-5. For everybody involved, thanks for listening. Wishing you a safe and blessed, faith-filled evening. And we now resume regular scheduled programming here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Our coverage of Dowling Catholic High School basketball is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, Kemen, and Mercy One. Thank you for supporting the businesses that underwrite Iowa Catholic Radio. The proceeding has been a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio.